Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. To begin the workshop, let us recite the Furqan Al-Fatihah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome to the Introduction to Kali Linux workshop. I am Muhammad Hazim and I will be your moderator for today. Thank you everyone for coming to today's workshop. It is hoped that each and every single one of you can gain more knowledge and understanding from this talk. Okay, so before we proceed, I would like to briefly introduce two of our speakers today. The first one is Brother Fadluddin and the second one is Brother Faiz Imam. Both speakers are the third year student that currently majoring in Bachelor of Computer Science in KICT. Alright, do note that this workshop is just a sharing session with a very basic introduction to Kali Linux and Kali tools. And this workshop is important for the other two series of our workshop, which the first one is the web exploitation workshop, which will be handled tomorrow. And the second one is the reverse engineering workshop that will be held next week on 19th of December, which is the next Saturday. Alright, so without further ado, I would like to invite Brother Fadluddin and Brother Faiz to begin the workshop. Tafadhal mashkura.
Hello and good morning everyone. Okay, you can hear me, right? Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, so I will be the first speaker for today's session, and for the second speaker, Fadluddin will join me afterwards. Okay. So before we start and everything, you can open your VirtualBox or VMware, and then boot your Kali Linux. Okay, so meanwhile you boot and everything, I will just like do a little like talk, like let us discuss something about Kali Linux. Okay. Okay, you can see my screen, right? Supposedly can, right? Okay, good. Oh, brother Ikmah Hakim. Okay. Okay, so just boot up your Kali Linux. Put your username that you enter in the installation and then password. Okay, so to run Kali Linux, okay, actually we have multiple of options. One of it is using VMware or the VirtualBox. This is like most of people that use Kali use this method using virtual. Other than virtual is using the dual boot. Dual boot is like you boot your Windows, right? But instead of boot your Windows on your laptop, we boot Kali, dual boot. Or the other method that I know is using USB drive, boot drive. like Brother Aiman Rahim mentioned yesterday in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so what is Kali Linux actually? Kali Linux is just a operating system under the Linux operating system, and Kali is one of the distros. We have so many distros like if you know Ubuntu or CentOS and such, all is under the Linux operating system. Okay, so you might be wondering, why use Linux, right? Why don't we use Windows? We already have Windows. Like Windows can do lots of things. Okay, so Linux actually, because it is free. In this world, everyone loves free stuff, right? That's the most important thing. It is free, and one of the main reason why people use Linux because of the packages and yeah, some package and modules in the Linux. And you must remember that different distros, such as Kali or Ubuntu, different distros has their own packages. Okay, that's why we use Kali. So Kali is purposely for those who want to do penetration testing, because as you can see in the left side, if you can click, there are lots of packages or application that is useful for penetration testing, or you can say hacking or something like that if you like the word hacking, but I more prefer penetration testing. Okay, so that's why these are the packages that you won't find in other Linux distros such as Ubuntu, but you can install in the other Linux. But this is like the pre-install, so it is easy for you to use penetration testing later. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the our syllabus. I can say syllabus. What we will learn. Okay, so uh, okay, before that, if you have any inquiries or question, just use the live chat. Um, I will, yeah, I will read from time to time. Okay, so what we will learn. Actually, for my side, I will be just talking about basic Kali commands, as the topic say, introduction to Kali Linux. Okay, so I will just brief about basic Kali commands. I bet many of you already know about this, right? We have lots of amazing participants in here. Okay, so basic Kali commands. Okay, so basically it is not really a basic Kali command. It is more to basic Linux commands. Okay, and I think it is important for those who didn't know about command, who is not usual using command line interface, right? Um, it is really important if you are in the IT field, because wherever measuring you are taking, either you are in the cybersecurity field, or you are in the data like data mining field, or even if you are apps or website developer, you need to know basic command line interface, that basic command in CLI, because it makes your life easier. Okay, so for example, you are an apps or website developer, you must be familiar with commands like git or artisan for those who take web app, and so much command. So you can create your apps or webs easier. So you can install dependency, or you can install modules, and so much easier. Or even if you are in the data, right, data field, data mining, data warehousing, and such, you just have to know the commands to install like module in Python, right, to use the pip. So command line is really important. Even if you are in the IT field, right? I'm in the business IT. What is command line is really important for me. It is important. If you go to the IIT division unit IIUM, you will see that most of the staff table, they have a sticky note on their table. So what is on their sticky note? It is actually Linux command, some basic commands that me and brother Failuddin will explain later. So they actually wrote it down because they never train using command line interface. They never use command line interface before, and it is a need because most of the servers in IIUM use Linux. Because if they want to use Windows Server, it will cost like it will become heavy. The server will become heavy. You know, the structure is not, the hardware is not really good, so they have to use Linux. So one of the thing is using Linux is everything is command line interface. As you can see here in Kali we have a really beautiful what we call GNOME. This is GNOME. Which if you remember in this installation, you have to install GNOME, or else you will only get this terminal in your Kali. You will not have the trash file system home, this beautiful GUI. Okay, so that's what happened in the most of the servers. They're using Linux, and they only have terminal because GNOME, of course, they will take lots of resources, lots of RAM, lots of CPU and such. So they just have to use terminal like this. So they can't really operate like a normal Windows. So macam like people say nak tak nak, they have to learn command line interface. So that's why command line interface is important. Okay, sorry for babbling. I think the host might get mad with me because yeah, lots of babbling. Okay, so let us start. Everyone ready? We can start the which text editor is that? Oh yeah, this is and in Ubuntu we call it Gedit. Monstrosly, which text editor, or you can just redirect to the left and search text editor. Okay. Yeah, we have lots of text editors like Vim and such. Okay. We will not use this, but okay. This is just like if I want to say something and you can see. Okay. So I hope everyone is ready with the Kali Linux, and you can start your terminal by clicking at the left side, left up, terminal emulator. Terminal. Okay. Okay. Terminal. Okay. So this is where the command line is happening in the terminal. Okay, so as you can see here at the up, we have Kali Linux at Kali. So this signifies the Kali Linux is your username. It's supposed to be your username, but mine is Kali Linux. You can see here. Yes, GNOME is like desktop environment. Yes, it's the GUI. The GUI desktop environment, that is GNOME. We have lots of other desktop environment other than GNOME, but Kali only use GNOME. If you experience other Linux distros, they have lots of other desktop environment. Okay, Kali Linux. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, you're welcome, Brother Muhammad. Okay, so as the host or the SIG, they want me to teach in the root mode. Okay, as you can see here, Kali Linux right here. This means that you are in the user of Kali Linux. In Windows, you have user and administrator, right? Something like that. Okay, so we want to change it to root. So you write sudo su. Sudo means su super user do. So it is actually sudo, but it sounds awkward, right? Sudo. So we usually pronounce it as sudo. Sudo su, and type your password. Reuser 123. Okay. Oh, oops. I already. Oops. Sorry. Wrong password. Okay, root. Okay, so if you success, you can see the root word here. it means you're already in the root environment. Okay. I hope everyone can do that. Root environment. Okay, I just assume that everyone has entered the root user. Okay, since no one asked. So from the root, okay, so first of foremost, we want to know the directory. Okay, what is directory? Okay, let me show in a normal GUI. Okay, or in Windows, as you can see, a normal Windows, we can see up here, there's home/Kali Linux. This is the directory. Or in a normal Windows, we have like C, users, documents, and such. Okay, that's his directory. So, how do we know the current directory in command if we don't have GUI section things? Okay, in the new Kali, this is new Kali, right? Okay, the new Kali, you already have like home Kali Linux. So if you use Linux that don't have, they didn't print the directory, you can simply write pwd, print directory. Okay, print working directory, pwd. So you can see you are now in home Kali Linux directory. It is really important to know which directory you are currently using when you run the command, line. Okay, because if you run it in the wrong directory, it will cause a lot of chaos. So before you run command and something, make sure you are in the right directory, the directory that you want. Okay, so let's just proceed to home Kali Linux as you want. Okay, and next we will okay, how do we change to other directory? Okay, so for a normal Windows, okay, I will explain in the normal Windows because I assume that everyone use Windows and this is like their first time using Kali. Okay, so in normal Windows, right? So from this directory, if you want to documents, we just double click it. Or we want to go to previous, we just go to previous and such. It is really easy, right? But in command line, we use a command named cd. Okay, cd. Let's say I want to go home. cd Kali Linux. Home Kali Linux. Okay. cd means change directory. Okay. So we don't really know, right, what to change, where to go, because there is no interface right here. Like, what is in this directory? Like, if we normal Windows, we can see there are downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, videos, but we don't know in this what contains in this directory. So we use ls, which means list. When we type ls, we will see the directory. Okay, same, right? Like the GUI, desktop, documents, downloads. So ls will print the directory. Okay. Jeng jeng jeng. Okay, that's okay. One thing that you must know in command, we actually have something like option. Option means like, for example, ls, right? Ls, we just like display all the things in the current directory, right? But we also have other options like ls negative l. Like negative L, you will display a more detailed version about the files or the folders in the current directory. Okay, as you can see here, at the up, ls is just print the folder, right? But if we put option like negative L, ls negative L, it will show the file permission, the users, the time and date, and so much stuff. There is other option like ls negative a. Yes, so this option you can explore later. There are so many options. and you can use it according to your needs. But the most important thing is the base. The base is ls, and the option you can modify later. Okay, I think the details will be, I will not explain more details. The details will be explained later by Brother Fadluddin. Okay, so I think so far everyone understand, right? ls and such. This is the basic. And from ls, okay, from earlier we learned about cd, right? Before this I have touched about cd. Okay, so we already know what contains in our directory, right? We already see there is desktop, documents, downloads, music. So how do we go to downloads? We use cd, change directory, and just downloads. Okay, so as you can see here in the up, home Kali Linak downloads. So we are now currently in downloads directory, or downloads folder, you can say. There is cd. Or if you want to go back, just cd dot dot. Dot dot means directory before. Okay, so we are currently in home Kali Linux. Okay, or maybe you want you want like the fast method, right? Just use cd down and click tab. It will auto complete for you, and then cd downloads. Okay, you are now in downloads. Okay, let's move to the back to the home directory. Cd dot dot. If my if my explanation is not clear, you just type in the live chat, okay? I'm afraid that didn't like maybe there is some confusion and such. Just inform me, okay? Okay. So I think that's all for directory. You can now change directory. You can now know what is in your directory and such. Okay. And next, I think we will continue with some basic commands like echo. Echo is just like if you learn PHP, right? PHP we have echo. Echo just want to display. Echo Kali is awesome. Yeah. So you can see when you run echo Kali is awesome, will display Kali is awesome. Okay, I think echo will not use much in this workshop. Okay, basically, I just want to share with you. Kali Linux is not Linux specifically. It's not just a mere operating system. We have something that we call Linux programming, which we use Bash. So that is one of the thing that why most of the hackers or the penetration tester use Linux, because there is Linux programming. So Linux programming is useful when like you want to write script or breach and then breach a system, write script and such. So it is really useful. So echo is like one of the command in the Linux programming. You can explore the Linux programming later. It is really fun. You can try to find free online course. Okay, so there is echo. So basically you just print something in the terminal. Okay. Okay, so far no question. Okay, oh yeah, about directory. I forgot to mention about we don't really finish yet about directory. Okay, I forgot to mention but how to create directory or how to create windows, right? So in a normal Windows, we just right click in the window. It's really awkward talking about Windows in Linux workshop, right? I just want like for you to be like usual with Windows and you can compare it to Kali. I think it is really helpful because the first time I learned about Kali Linux, right, or Linux specifically, I don't really like correlate like what is this, what is directory actually. So I'm doing this way, like comparing Windows and Kali, so you can give like a bit. You can have an explanation, more detailed explanation. Like you can compare. Or usually I do this on Linux. I do this. Such that. I hope it is helpful for you guys to learn. Okay, so back to the topic. What we want to do is we want to create folder or create directory. Okay, in the GUI we just right click and create folder. So for example, I want to create folder games. Okay, just like that, games, right? Create. But um, in the terminal we don't have that right click, right? If we right click, we just have the terminal options and stuff. So one of the way to create a directory is using mkdir, which is make directory, and then specify your directory or folder name. Okay, so we already have games, right? So let's make directory user. Okay, if we ls, which means we list what it contains. As you can see here, they already user. Before this, there is no user. No user. And then we can see games directory that we create before. So the command to create a directory or create folder is mkdir, make directory. Okay. That make directory. And then you might be asking, like, how do I create a file? For example, right? For example, in the file manager, right? For create a file or document, like text file, we can simply right click as usual, create document, and click empty file. Name our empty file, for example, sushi, and create. And then we have the plain text document. Okay. So you might be wondering, how do I create files in the terminal using the terminal, right? We use a command called touch. Touch, and then the name of your file. For example, mango. And if we just use touch, we just create a blank file without the extension. As you can know, we have extension like mp3, .txt, doc, and such. It signifies what the file actually is. So, as you can see here, if we just type touch mango, the file don't really have any extension. We don't know it is txt or such. Or in the GUI, you can see a plain text document. Nothing. So what if we want to make something like mp3 or something? Like we just touch like touch pizza.txt. We can include the file extension. So by default, I don't know why by default if we didn't include the extension it is text document, because some of the other Linux they don't really set the default to .txt, plain text document. So for Kali, I think the new version is default to plain text document. So it is recommended that you include also the file extension .txt, or else you want to touch music.mp3 also can. And then touch and other extension that you want. Okay. So far no question. I think everyone is doing well. I hope so. And I think everyone is doing well because this is like quite basic. It's really, really easy. Okay. Already touch about touch. Okay. How about we take a little break? Like you can ease your mind and such. Take a break. 5-minute breaks. And while you are taking the break, you can try the exercise. Yeah, you can see, right, this exercise. Yes, okay. You can try the exercise. We take a break for 5 minutes, and we will back at 10:35 a.m. And the one, okay. Okay, you can do the exercise first. Sorry for the inconvenience. And at 10:32 a.m., I will answer a question from Brother Muhammad. For the time being, you can try the exercise. Create directory. It's really simple exercise. Okay, it's already 10:35. Hope everyone is done with the exercise. We will discuss the answer. Okay, so before that, there is one interesting question from Brother Muhammad Rahmatullah. The question is, why are some documents are in color and the ones files? Okay, I think you mentioned about LS. Okay, so if we type ls negative a, right? Okay, as you can see here, there are some files in blue color, like this in light blue. This is like, I don't know, like blue, other blue, and this file is in white. Okay, so actually different colors means different meanings. So for blue like this, it means directory. And then this blue is like just um, a file, data file, and something like that. And as you can see, dot dot dot. As you can see, some of the files in dot. This is which means it is hidden file. As you can see, if we type normal ls, we won't see that file. But when we type ls negative a with option, which means all, we will see these hidden files. These hidden files you can see with the dot. So you can actually create hidden files using the touch that I mentioned earlier. Okay, that's it. I hope it answers the Brother Muhammad question. It answers Brother Muhammad question. Later, when you explore more, you can see lots of different colors. Like we have greens, we have magenta, red, so much color. It's really colorful. Okay, sorry for that. How to delete file? Okay. Not so fast, Asmida. We will learn about delete file after this. But we will discuss about. I like your excitement to learn more and more. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we'll discuss about the answer for the exercise first. Okay, where's the exercise? I think we have time to discuss, right? Host or moderator. Okay, so the first exercise is create directory name workshop inside root. Okay, so firstly we have to direct to the root. As you can see here, we're in the directory of home/Kali Linux. So to go to the root, we just type cd, and now we're in the root. Root means like the most upper level, like I can say something. Okay, so if you are doing your exercise in the /home/Kali Linux, sorry to say, but you are doing it wrong. But yeah, you did it well, but only directory is wrong because the exercise asks for inside root. Okay, so now we are in the root. Create a directory name workshop. So just mkdir workshop and wls. Okay, we already have workshop directory here. And then create a directory name esl inside workshop. So first we have to change our directory to workshop. cd workshop. Now we're in workshop directory name esl. ls, okay, we have esl directory now. And then create a file name no number one inside esl. cd esl. Something that people often like make a mistake is like they didn't change directory. Yeah, they forgot to change directory. So yeah, it's really important. Create a file. So we're already in the esl directory. We can touch number one as the third question asks. Create a file name number one. So we already have file number one. And then the fourth question is create a file name number2.txt. So we just touch number2.txt. ls. Okay, we already have number one and number2.txt. And then the fifth question is create an mtt file name number3.mp3 inside workshop. This is really tricky actually because it says inside workshop. So how do we go back to workshop? We are in the current directory of esl. cd dot dot workshop, and then create mp3 file, touch number 3.mp3. Okay, you can now review your folder if you are doing right. So in workshop folder, supposedly we have ESL and number 3.mp3. Yeah, let me clear this first. Okay, in the workshop we have ESL number 3.mp3, and in ESL you're supposed to have number 1 and number 2.txt. Hope everyone get it right. Okay, everyone get it right, I think. It's easy, right? Okay, let's go back to the root. And okay, so as we already have workshop and ESL, we'll just use this directory for the next session, for the next command. Okay, back to the question from Asmida. Okay, Asmida asks how to remove whole folder if we got mistake in the directory. Okay, let's start with Asmida first. How to delete file? Okay, as brother Muhammad Rahmatullah said, rm file name. Okay, that's right. That's the command. You can simply write rm and then file name. Rm means remove. Okay, let's check back what is our workshop directory. Okay, we have number 3.mp3, right? We want to remove number 3.mp3. Okay, rm just number 3.mp3. Okay, if we ls back, okay, number 3 has already been removed. See? So the command is rm and then file name. Okay. Okay, and then that question from Irfan. That's familiar. Okay, so Irfan asks how to how to move the whole folder if you got mistake in directory. Okay, I want to ask, can we remove folder? Let's say I want to remove ESL. Right? Can I use the RM? You can reply with the emoji reaction. If good, reply with thumbs up emoji if you think we can use RM to remove the directory, and reply with like the sad face if you think that we cannot use RM, like we can RM ESL. We can use or not? Yes, no, we actually cannot. Oh, there is a thumbs up. Yeah, we actually cannot, right? Cannot remove ESL, RM ESL, but cannot remove ESL. It is actually a directory. Okay. So how do we remove a directory, or how do we remove a folder? Okay, there are a few ways you can do that. First and foremost is rmdir. Rmdir means remove directory and then include a directory. Okay, as you can see here, rmdir. We cannot use rmdir because ESL directory not empty, right? Okay, we will touch on that later. Okay, let us make a simple directory mkdir folder. Okay, so let's say the folder, right? Folder is an empty directory, right? If we direct to folder, there is nothing in the folder, right? Okay, so we can use the rmdir for folder. If you try enter, okay, folder has already been removed. You can see here. Okay, so how about directory with, yeah, okay, so what if we are dealing with folders that have contents in it? Okay, we cannot use rmd, right? Fail to remove, directory not empty. We can use the rm back, the rm, but with options. Remember that I mentioned about options earlier in the ls. Okay, we also can use for rm command. So negative, we use option negative r, which means recursively. It means it will remove everything in the folder recursively, one by one. Okay, so we want to remove ESL, right? ESL. So we run rm negative r ESL, and if we click enter, okay, ESL already be removed. Okay, this is okay. This is just works well because in ESL, as you can see earlier, we only have like one content, right? But if we have a folder like lots of content, you will be prompt like, do you wish to delete this file? Do you wish to delete this file? So if you are dealing with hundreds of files in the directory, you will get lots of prompts, and it is really like uh, a pain, a pain to like click enter. Yes, delete this recursively. So we have something like rm negative r recursively, and then f negative rf. Okay, this you can see in the comments, like in the live chat already mentioned by Brother Muhammad Rahmatullah. Negative rf. So it means rm remove, negative rf means remove recursively, and then force. F means force. Okay. So there is also a precaution by Brother Shahmi. Thank you. Be careful when using rm negative rf, because as the command implies, it is force, which means it will not prompt you. Are you sure you want to delete this? Are you sure you want to delete this? It will not prompt you. So if you are using negative rf in a really crucial directory such as root that contains lots of information, the information will just gone and you cannot retrieve it back. Oh, is it impossible? Oh, it is small. Okay. View. Too many margin. Fix that with. Okay. Yeah. I'm changing the font. I'm sorry that I just know that you cannot see very well. I'm sorry for that. Okay. You can see it clearly now. If you cannot, can you see it now? I can increase the font bigger. You can reply with emoji. Okay, it's good now. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. We already learned a lot. No one mentioned about it. Okay, so I think it is okay now for that. Thank you for pointing it out, Brother Muhammad. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, we already touched about removing directory and such, right? So hope everything is going well. Yeah, supposed to be going well. Okay, so let's move on to the next command. Okay, let's just take touch simple text. Okay, you can create a simple text file first. Like me, I just touch pizza.txt because we will be using this file for the next command. Okay. Okay, I assume you already create. Okay, so we have touch pizza.txt. We ls, we have the pizza.txt directory at pizza.txt file in the workshop directory. Okay, so how do we move file? Like, for example, right, in a normal Windows, we have like pizza.txt. You want to move file, we just like right click, send to other files, or we just drag like this one. We want to move the music. But currently, we don't in the terminal, like we don't have the GUI, right? How to Wait, what is this? Okay. Sorry. Okay, we don't know how to move the file, right? For example, we want to move to the other directory. Okay, so we can use a command called mv, which means move. Okay, so in the mv, okay, let's say we want to use the pizza.txt, right? You simply write move, the file that you want to move, and the directory that you want to move. So for example, we don't really have other directory, right? We already delete from earlier. Okay, so let us just move to the parent directory. Okay, so pizza.txt, I want to move outside of the workshop. Okay, so move pizza.txt and previous directory. Okay, so if we ls workshop, okay, pizza.txt already gone, and if you go to the parent directory cd dot dot vls, okay, pizza.txt is already in the current directory. Okay, so how do we move back to the workshop? Just use the same move pizza. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we just mv pizza.txt and then directory workshop. Okay, so if you go back to the workshop, cd workshop, cd workshop, whereas the pizza is already in the workshop directory. That's how we use the move command. Okay, I think it's quite easy, right, for that move. And then how about we want to copy? We don't want to move. Like we want to copy to some folder, right? We just hit copy, right, in the folder in the GUI, and then we click paste and such. Okay, but in terminal we don't have such things again, so we use a command called cp. Okay, cp is like similar to mv, just cp the file that you want to copy, pizza.txt, and then the directory. So for example, I want to copy to the parent directory. Okay, cp pizza.txt and then the parent directory. Okay, so if you go to the directory of parent, cd dot dot, whereas we already have pizza back. We already have pizza in the parent directory, and we also have pizza in workshop directory. Okay, so there is copy. Okay, for move folder, yes, thank you. There are lots of people who already know, right, about the command. For move folder, click tab after every command. Okay, for move folder, ls. Okay, I think let's take a break for now. As usual, if there's a break, there's an exercise. You can do exercise for the time being while you are having a break. And we will be back at 11 a.m. So let's take a break first. For the time being, you can do the exercise.
Oh my IT.
Okay, end of the break. I hope everyone is doing fine with the exercise. Okay, I think I will not like discuss the answer for the stress since we don't really have time for that. But I will discuss some of the questions in the live chat. Okay, as you can see in the live chat, we have lots of questions here. Firstly, question from Hushairi. Right? Can we move folder to the other directory, such as move file from directory to folder? Yes, we actually can move. We already learned about MV, right? Before we learn about CP, we learned about MV, right? Okay. So let's say in our workshop, right? We don't really have folder. Okay. Let's make a folder. Name mm, name Chendol. MKD Chendol. Okay. So we have Chendol folder, right? Okay. So how do we move the Chendol folder? We use the MV folder name and then the directory. let's say I want to move to the root directory. That's mv chendol dot dot. Okay, as you can see, in the workshop, chendol already gone, and we go to the parent directory. Ls. Okay, chendol is now in the directory that I moved earlier. Okay, so mv other than move file, you can also move your folder. Unlike RMD, right? RM you cannot move directory, but for MV you can move file and directory. And then how about we change directory name? Okay, that's a good question too, because we don't really like rename in the normal. Like we can rename pizza, we can rename videos and such. We don't really have that in the terminal. So we can also use the mv command. Okay, mv chendol, for example, and then just start by your new file name. For example, we want to go to project. Chendol we want to change to project. Just mv your folder name and then change to your new folder name. Okay, if you ls, okay, the chendol has already gone and changed to Rojak. In real world, we cannot do that because if you have a chendol, we must have Rojak. We cannot change. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so that's how you change the directory. Lapar ke? Okay, yeah, lapar. Because we have kucing lapar here, so I'm quite lapar. Okay, so far that's it. Okay, so you might be wondering like how what if we mistake like we use the same command, right? Mv for change directory and rename directory. So you might be wondering like what if we mistaken from changing name to change folder, right? So actually if it don't have the folder, it will change its name. Okay, so for example, like if we want to change from Rojak to workshop, is it permissible? It is will change from Rojak to workshop, or it will move Rojak to workshop. Okay, it actually will remove the Rojak in the workshop because workshop directory is already there. Okay, so if we ls, we don't really have the Rojak, but if we redirect to the workshop, ls, okay, Rojak is already in directory. So to avoid the confusion is just if the directory exists, it will move into the directory. If it is not exist, it will change its name. Okay, so there is one question from Azhar Nasim. When I move a file, it suddenly disappeared. It is not the folder that I want to move to. Okay, so that's actually what you want to do with move file. You want to make it disappear from the directory. So maybe there is something wrong with the command, with the directory. Okay, so let's say that cd workshop, right? Sorry. Okay, let's go to cd workshop. Oh, we're already in workshop. Okay. VLS like Rojak, right? If you want to move Rojak outside, it might be that the folder disappear and move that go to things that you don't want to because of the mistake of the command. So if I want to move to the parent directory, I just use dot dot. Or maybe to other directory. So the thing is, make sure that your destination directory is correct, or else you will mess it up and your folder might go somewhere else unknown. So that's it, Azad Nasim. You have to really know what your current directory and your destination directory. Yaman Abu Raneh, he asked what's the Kali Linux MD64.1 in directory. I don't really know. It is unmounted. It is just a removable volume. Okay, let's move on to the next command. I think everyone is doing well. Okay, so right now, sorry, my speaker. Sorry for that. My speaker is out of battery. Okay, let's move on to the. Okay, so right now we are currently in the workshop directory, right? .txt. Okay. So let's learn how to edit, like how to edit. We can use an editor called, or there are so much editor like I showed earlier. This one, or in Ubuntu we have Gedit text editor, but I don't think we have it in Kali. Let's try it. I love to use Gedit, but oh yeah, we have Gedit. Okay, you can try. I don't really like Vim because Vim is like fully in the terminal, but most of the Linux don't really have Gedit, but this Kali Linux have Gedit, so we just use Gedit for easy purpose. Okay, so type Gedit and then your file, your txt file. Okay, pizza.txt. So when you run Gedit, it will prompt you a window, a text editor window here. Okay, let's say let us list down of type of pizza. You can type anything you want. Okay, I think that is enough. Okay, just type anything you want in the text file. Okay, and then click save. Hit save or Ctrl S, anything can. Then exit if you are done. Okay, so we already have content in our txt file, right? Our txt file, we already have content. So the next command that I want to teach you is cat, called cat. Cat means it will display all strings in the file that you. Okay. For example, I will cat pizza.txt. Pizza.txt. Okay. As you can see, it will display all the text file that it recognize as text in the it will display using the cat pizza.txt. Cat is really like helpful when you are dealing with like not like you there is texting. So you just get the image file, and if you are lucky, you get the text. Or if not, there is no text in the image file. Later will be explained by Brother Farudin over there. Cannot open Gedit. Okay. Only can Vim. Okay. So let's use Vim. Okay. Sorry for that. I'm sure this new Kali Linux have Gedit. The other Kali Linux don't have Gedit. Okay, let's Vim pizza.txt. Cat and echo. Okay. Okay, let's move to Vim first, and then I will answer the next question. Okay, Vim pizza.txt. Okay, so if we use Vim, you can see here the like the file the txt file. Okay, so to edit, just wait. Mm, 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 how do I edit? Right. Does anyone remember? Oh yeah, I think I anyone remember how to edit Vim? Press I face. Oh yeah, I. Oh yeah, insert, yes. Thank you, brother Shami. Okay. So okay, let me rewind back. Aduh. Hmm, okay. Wait ah. Why is it not working, right? Return. Yes, WQ. So yeah, I've been using Vim. So yes, the directory back, the terminal. We need the directory workshop, and we have our text file. Okay, pizza.txt. So if you want to use Vim, okay, sorry, Vim pizza.txt, and then we will prompt to the Vim Vim window to edit our text file. So to edit our text file, just simply press I. Okay. So one thing about Vim is when you run the Vim command, it will not automatically you can edit. Like it will run to the command window, which use the double dot. So actually before this, I tried to double dot I, but it is actually you don't have to don't have to use the colon. You just press I, and then you can see here in the insert mode, so you can insert anything you want. Case session and such. Already lots of flavors here, so I don't want to insert anything. Maybe one. Okay, beef pepperoni. Everyone loves beef. How do I spell pepperoni? Okay. So when you are done, insert. Just click escape. Okay. So the insert will be gone by now. Okay. So you type colon and then QW. Q means quit. W means write. So you write your file, txt file, and then click enter. Now I edit the command. Sorry. WQ, yes, not QW. Sorry. Right, and then quit. Okay. So if we cat pizza.txt, okay, we already have beef pepperoni. Okay, that's how you use Vim. Sorry for the little mess up. Okay, so there's one question by Brother Hilfi. He asked, what is the difference between cat and echo? Echo is like you just echo everything you want in the terminal, like echo Hilfi. Yeah, equal is free. But cat, you actually print any string in the file that you choose. Pizza.txt. Yeah, you have the it will show all the strings in the pizza.txt. So that's the difference between echo and cat. Okay, thank you, brother Xiaomi and Hafiz and everyone who helped me about the Vim. Okay. Okay, how about if we just want certain information in the text file, we can use grep, not grep, grep, and then the things that you want to find, such as supreme, yeah, this is not the supreme, the hype beast, like this is just a island supreme in pizza. Grab supreme and then file that. Please don't use the emoji. uh, Grab supreme pizza.txt, supreme, and then the file that you want to grab. Okay. Okay, so when you use grab, it will only display the specific text or word that you want. So for example, I use supreme, right? So when I grab supreme in pizza.txt, it will only display island supreme, super supreme. Unlike I use cat, if I use cat pizza.txt, it will display everything. But if we grab, it will like some kind of like filter, right? We filter the words. Okay. Other than cat, this is just a normal knowledge. If you are dealing with long, really long text file, right? Cat will like filter. It will only display few lines that it wants. So if we are dealing, we can use more pizza.txt. Okay, you will not see any difference here between cat and more because it is not long text file. But if you're dealing with a long text file, you can use more. Or other than that, we have less, more and less. Pizza.txt. Okay, so it will only, for less, it will only display 10 of the 10 of lines, 10 of the end of the lines of the text file. So when you are dealing with a really long text file, you can use that, more and less. What if we only use cat without the file? Yeah, it didn't do anything. You can, because like, yeah, it didn't have the destination file. Want to cat something, don't have the destination file, so it just do nothing. So you just gotta end the session with Ctrl C. Okay, that's the question from Hazi Adli. Okay, so far everything is doing good, right? My session is about to end. So before I end my session, I will not meet again after this, but the Fadluddin will take over. It's really sad because I really enjoy teaching you. I don't know if you get all the information, but I really do enjoy, with lots of supportive participants here. Okay, so last but not least, we want to zip file. Okay, zip file is important because like if we are dealing with lots of file, right, we want to compress it, right? We have to zip it, right? So we can zip it by using command zip. Yeah. It's not really far away from what we want to use. So zip command. So to zip file, we just, okay, let us see what is in our workshop. Okay, So let's say I want to zip pizza.txt. Okay, so we just zip and then file name of the zip. So for example, pizza is in the box, right? So we just zip file in the box. We just create a zip file name box, and then next, what file do we want to zip? For example, I want to zip pizza.txt. Okay, so I press enter. Okay, you can see adding pizza.txt, and if we ls, we have box.zip. We already have box.zip now. Okay, but pizza still have it, but in the box also have pizza, because it is kind of sad, right? If you open a box of pizza, but you don't have the pizza, right? Okay. What if we want to zip lots of text file? Okay, let's say we have mushroom.txt. Okay, okay. So we have two files, mushroom and pizza. Okay. So if we zip, can we use zips box again? Cannot, right? Because mushroom and pizza cannot fit in the box. Saying, just kidding. Cannot use because box already have. We already have box.zip. So let's use other, like maybe container. Maybe they can fit together in the container. Zip file called container, and then we just list the file pizza.txt, then mushroom.txt. Then we have, if we have dated file, you can just type dated file and so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay. So if we did, okay, we already have pizza.txt and mushroom.txt in the container.zip. So with ls, we have already have box and container.zip. Okay, so how do we unzip it? If we want to unzip it, just unzip, and then box.zip, for example. Okay, and please note that if I unzip this, okay, let me ask, what is in the box.zip? In the box.zip, we have pizza, right? We have pizza in the box. But as you can see, if you unzip, there is already pizza in here. There is already pizza in here. So if we unzip box.zip, okay, it will prompt this. Because pizza.txt is already exists. So you can choose no, for example. Or if you click yes, it will just replace it. Simple as that. So that's how you unzip. So let's say I want to unzip the container zip. The same thing goes. Pizza already have, and mushroom also already have. So to avoid the hassle, we just click all. So pizza and mushroom already extracted. Okay. So using this, you have to be really careful, because for example, you have the same text file but have different content. It will just replace it. So you have to be careful when using this. So one of the way is just you move your zip file to other folder, and then just unzip it. Okay. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for joining me for this session. Thank you for listening. I would like to apologize if there are many shortcomings and everything. And you can, yeah, you can always contact me. You have my numbers in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So if there is anything that you want to ask and anything, you can always ask. Okay, later. Okay. So that's all from me. Thank you. But before I end my session and pass to Brother Fadluddin, as usual, exercise. Yes. You have to do exercise, right? Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. See you later.
Okay guys, thank you Faiz for the good session just now. Okay, I will continue the session. So after this you are going to learn some command and also how to use package in Kali, how to install package in Kali, etc. So, and at the end of this session we are going to have like mini CTF, very simple questions for you to practice your what you have learned today. Alright, okay guys, do you all of you okay or not? Can I proceed to the next session? Alright, good. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay, nice. Alright. Okay, the first command that we're going to learn after this is grep command. But before that, let's look at my file here, what I have. So, here.txt. So my here.txt contains this here. This is a check command. Hope you're doing fine. So what if I want to search one line, search one word from this txt file? Okay, so what I'm going to do is just use grep command and type the word that you want to search from this. For example, I want to search hope and specify your file that you want to search from. So it display that we didn't found anything because as you can see here, the word hope is in capital letter. The H is in capital letter. So this is a case sensitive problem. So in case you want to ignore the case, just specify -i, stand for ignore case, and type hope hey.txt. So you will find the line inside this file hey.txt which contain the word hope. So you can try with the txt file that you have created just now with this command, using your own word that you want to search. This is a very simple command. This is useful when you have a txt file that have many lines, lot of lines, other lines. So if you want to search through that file, or if you want to search through a system, you can just type this command and it will find it for you. Alright, so far okay or not? Alright, good. Let's move on to the next command, which is so before this you have learned about permission, right? So if you ls-l, you have at the left side you have permission of the file that you have in that particular directory. So how do you want to change the permission of this file, of the specific file in the directory? So before that, let's learn how to read this part of the list. For the first three letter here, RWX stand for R stand for read, W stand for write, and X stand for execute. And if you see that we have R dash dash here, this is for groups access, and this for user access, and this is for others access. So we are not going to touch about group and others. We are going to only alter user. We only focus on user. So for hello file here, I can read, I can write, and I can execute. So how you want to change the permission? the access here. So we are going to use a command called Chmod. So Chmod stands for change. So in order to let's say you want to add a microphone bigger, alright. Can you see it now? Oops. Alright, good. So if you want to add, let's say you have k.txt here, right? If you want to add, so you can read and you can only read and execute. So if you want to add write access to this file, you just type +w and specify that file k.txt. So if you list down back, you can see that now you can write to that file. Actually, if you want to only user can write this file, you can use this command here. Chmod u plus right. U stand for user, so it will only add to the user. But if you don't specify, then it will add for all the group and others. So if you want to remove access from specific file, let's say you want to remove a liquid access to hello, you just -x and type the file. So if you list that, so now you cannot execute hello file. Alright, understand so far for the change mode function. Sorry. Alright, let's move on to the next command. So Faiz already tell you that you have Kali Linux have a lot of package. There are about 600 plus package in Kali Linux, so you can install it. So how to install package? You can use apt-get install. So now let's try install. Wait, let me go to my good. Okay, now let's go install apt-get install StackHide. StackHide is a package also available in Windows, but this is just an example. So we are going to install StackHide for this class. Install StackHide. Okay. Can you guys install it? Or there is any error? Say that unable to locate the package. Anyone have error? Unable to locate the package? Because previously I have this error. Alright, good. This is because your file sources.list is not updated with the repositories. So you need to change something in your system file. So alright, let's go to PC. Okay guys, the one who have problem, let's go to this directory, etc apt. So you have sources.list here, right? So this file lists down all the repo that where the package will be retrieved from. So if I open this file using text editor, you can use any text editor you want. Sources.list. So mine might be different from you because I have resolved this problem before. So what you need to do is just copy paste mine to your file. I will put it in chat. Okay. Oh, the chat is limited. Limit my text here. Okay, just go to this link. Actually, there are other people. I refer to this site on how to resolve this problem. You can just go to this link, and you can see that this text here. Just copy it to your sources.list. The link is in the chat. And then once you have copied it, you save the sources.list, and then type ft-get update. It will update the sources.list file that you have changed just now. Then after that, go to your root back. Go to root. And install StackHive. Try install StackHive. Is the problem resolved? Get it, Azhar Hushairi? You get how to solve the problem? Can I know how many people have this problem? Sure. Can we install the package at any directory? I think yes, you can install at any directory. If I'm wrong, we have pros here, like you can just say that I'm wrong. It's okay. I'm also a student, still new in this area. Good, nice. Inside sources.list. So you go to this directory here, and then if you ls list down all the file inside the directory, you can see sources.list. So you open sources.list using your text editor, any text editor, Gedit or like Vim, and then let me do it back. Alright, okay, mousepad, and then when you have opened the sources list within the text editor, you just copy paste the text inside the link. If you open the link that I provide you, you can see this text, right? You copy them, copy this text, and then paste it to your sources.list file in your text editor. Got it as that? Okay, I think once you have done this, everything will be fine. You can install any package you want. I don't know why only some of you have the problem, and also me. I also have the problem before when I installed the new Kali Linux. Alright, I think done. Good. You can install StackHide, Hafiz, using command. Yes, nice. Alright, good. Okay, I think let's move on to the next. So that's how you install package from Kali Linux. There are a lot of packages. You can search it, just search it within your browser here. You can open your browser and then search Kali Linux package, and it will show many packages. So let's move on to the next command, which is curl command. So, or you can use wget. So this is for you to download a file in the internet. So let's say you want to download Stacksoft. Stacksoft is also a tool, that deal with Steganography. So just search Stacksoft, then go to this hub, go to install, and then you see that they have already provided you with the command. So you can just copy this command, wget, and paste it in your command line. So it will download it for you, Stacksoft. And if you list down what inside your current directory, you will see there is Stacksoft here, Stacksoft.jar. This is a tool that will be used later. Just very simple tool. You get it, guys? How to install from a website, install files from website. Yes, I'm chasing time right now. If you lost, just tell me, I will get you. Or if others want to help, you can help your friend, because some of you is already pro here. Okay, I think let's move on to the next part, which is how to operate tools. So once you have installed new tools, such as we have installed StackHide just now, so how you're going to use it? So you don't need to remember the syntax, etc. Just there is a command for you to, even if you type stack height, it will display the readme file, how to use the command, and etc. So let's try stack height, but first you need to download the file. Let me share it with you. The file, the link is in chat. You can access it using your browser to download it, or you can just use the wget if you want. For me, I will just use my browser. It's easier. So once you have download the file, once you have downloaded the file, you can go to the directory that you have downloaded, idly downloads. So if you list, you can see where's my file, and download it here. So if you want to move it to inside your other directory, you can do it. I will just create directory here, inside here. And move hands on. So unzip the file. So you can see all the file will already unzipped. Alright. So let's try. You guys already downloaded it or not? Alright. Okay, unzip. Once you have downloaded it, then unzip it. We are going to do some hands-on after this using the tools. Alright, let's move on. First, we will use stack height. So stack height. If you want stack, how stack height work is, if you want to hide a file inside an image, you can use stack height. So if you want to hide the file, you use command embed and provide your EF is stand for the file that you want to hide inside the image. EF, provide the file. Let's say I want to use .byte.jpg as the let's say I want to use okay, let's create a new text file first. This is also a way that if you want to create a new text file, one way you can use cat command and just type your word and then if you want to save it, just Control D. Use Control D. Then if you list down back, you can see secret.txt is there. And if you see the content, secret.txt, so the content is secret, the text file. Okay, let's say I want to hide secret.txt inside docbyte.jpg. So I'm going to use stack hide and use command embed, stand for if you want to hide the file inside an image, and then use ef to specify the file that you want to hide. So mine is secret.txt, and cf stand for cover file. So my cover file will be docbyte.jpg or stack hide. I think stack hide.jpg, and then boom, it will prompt you to enter the password. But if you don't want to enter any password, you can just click enter. It will skip it for you. So I will enter my password. Alright, now if you open the image, sorry, not this. Stack hide.jpg. So it will just display normal image. You can't see any secret.txt file here. So actually there's something inside have been embedded inside this image. So now let's retrieve back the secret.txt file. But before that, let me remove my secret.txt file. Alright, if you want to extract your secret.txt file back, you just use command stack hide and then command extract. So -sf and state the file that you hide something, the image that you hide something inside. So then enter your first phrase, and then if you list down everything, so there will be secret.txt has been retrieved back, have been extracted back. And if you see what inside this, you will see it is the same file that you hide for. Got it, guys? Is everything clear? How to use this command? Actually, it's there. If you forgot how to use the command, it's already there. Just type hide and then it will display how to use the command. Embed, extract the command, and then -ef, how to use it, -ef, and provide file name, -cf, and provide file name to specify your cover file, and etc. You can refer to it if you forgot it. If you have problem, just tell in chat. I will get it to you. If there is no problem, let's move on to the next tools. So alright, let's try to use TechSoft. So previously you have downloaded TechSoft, right? So go to the directory that you download TechSoft. Mine is at root. There is TechSoft.jar, right? So this is Java file, Java executable file. So in order to execute this file, you need to use Java. And then if you want to see the detail of how to use Java file, Java command, just type Java and press enter. But in order to execute this file, because stacksoft is .jar, you will use -jar to specify the type of file that stacksoft is. And then provide the of the file and press enter. And as you can see at the top left screen, the tool has been opened, has been executed. So actually stacksoft is a GUI software, means you don't need to use command line like stackhide. You can use GUI. There is GUI there. So this is very simple. You can just open your the file. So okay, you will see how stacksoft works. So this is you open this image. The name of the image is this 7 family right.png. So stacksoft used for usually when the image is hiding something by using altering color method. Means someone hide something on the image, but we can't see it with our bare eyes. So stacksoft is very simple. Actually, you can use other tools like Photoshop and etc. But stacksoft is simpler, where you just click this button. It will change the color. So if you want to search something on an image that contains secret word that have been hidden, you can use this stacksoft. So as you can see, this image hiding this word, pass, easy, steganography. But if you see it in the normal image, you can see it. Cannot see it. Alright, you need to alter the color first using stacksoft. This is very straightforward software, straightforward tool. But sometimes it will not work. It will not. Stacksoft not work. So you need more advanced tool like Photoshop, etc. There's also online tool you can use. You can discover it by yourself. Alright. Okay, let's move on to the next tool, next command, which is binwalk. So binwalk is for when you use command binwalk and specify the file, it will tell you. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the correct directory. Alright, that's just binwalk. It will tell you what inside this file. What is the thing inside the file. So as you can see, even this .byte.jpg is an image file, right? .jpg file, right? And if you open it, you can see the image clearly. But if you binwalk it, you use binwalk, it actually contains zip file here at the offset 54,798. That is zip file. So actually you can just unzip it. Unzip .byte .jpg. And then so it will unzip the file that contain horror.jpg, which previously is not there. If you see ls, the previous list, horror.jpg is not there. But once I unzip .jpg, and then there's horror.jpg, which means inside this .jpg there is a zip file at this offset, and you can unzip it here like usual. You can unzip this .jpg when it is the image. Good, right, for Steganography. So this is the file that has been delivered inside your .jpg. Have you tried it? So sometimes even the format of the file is JPG or DSA, it doesn't mean that that is the format of the file. Sometimes it can be in other format, but only name the one that you see just only the name of the file .jpg, but actually it contains other file, other type of file inside. So you can reveal it within binwalk. It will scan the whole file and see if there is any header of different type of file, and it will specify it for you. So that's for binwalk. So next is for Additive Tool. Additive Tool. So let's say you use Additive Tool, and then you specify the file. So it will display the metadata of the file name, directory, and etc. This is also useful for forensic. Even sometimes people hide something inside the metadata. Inside, for example, hide something inside command and etc. So you can use the Additive Tool to see the metadata of the file. Quite straightforward tools. And then, alright, you have learned about stack hide just now, right? And then if you do stack hide and then you provide password, what if wait, it's the image. Okay, if I don't remember hide.jpg, I don't know for the things that I already embed in this image. So you can use one tool named StackCracker, but you don't have this inside your Kali Linux. You install it within pip. Oops. Inside within pip 3 install but StackCracker. But sometimes you need to install pip first before you can install StackCracker. So you can use this command apt-get install Python 3 and pip. Mine is already there, but if you have problem regarding this is not really important. If you have problem, you can refer to the online forum. There will be solution there. Okay, once you can try install. Does anyone have problem? First you install pip first. apt-get install pip, this command, and then after that install StackCracker using pip 3 using this command. Can you install it? Alright, good. So if you use StackCracker, do this word change to green or not? Means if this still red means your Kali is not detect your package. Not detect, but there is things called path variable environment. If I'm not mistaken, you need to add something there if there is still problem here. So let's say I forgot, but or I don't know the file, the stack_hide.jpg, the password. So I can just use stack_cracker, stack_hide.jpg, and you can specify your word list. Word list, this means, so okay, before that, how stack_cracker works is it will brute force the password for this stack_hide.jpg. So if you want to specify the word list is a list of password, a text file that contains a list of password. So your Kali Linux has default word list. If you don't specify the word list here, the path to your word list here, it still works. You can see attacking file stack_hide.jpg with word list, user share word list. This is the path for the default word list that have already inside your Kali. But sometimes this word list .u.txt is not unzipped yet, so you need to unzip it first before you can use it. What you need to do is just go to this path, this directory, and unzip it. So now this package is attacking my file. Depends on how hard is your password. If your password is easy, then it will take only few seconds to crack. But if your password is hard, it will take a lot of time. Sometimes if your password is not inside the word list, stack_cracker will not be able to crack your password. Okay, if it is done, it will output the file, output the stack. Yes, you can add more password inside your word list. Actually, there are tons of word lists in the internet in terabyte file, in terabyte size. Means you can download word list inside the internet. There are a lot of them. If you don't want to use the default word list, so that's why, guys, you need to provide a very strong password for your on anything, because there are tools that can crack your password easily. So since my password is very hard, so it will take a lot of time, so I will just terminate this session instead of waiting. So you can try on your own. Just use hide something inside your image, and then use stack_cracker to crack it if you don't know the password. That's how stack_cracker works. So far good, guys. Any problem? Sometimes there are people facing problem regarding installation of stack_cracker. Okay, I think all is fine. Okay, I will proceed to the next tool, which is the pre-installed tool inside this Kali Linux. Name John. Okay. John is also used to crack password, but you need to retrieve the password file first. So usually password is stored in hash. format, or sometimes in encrypted format. So John, John Quill will crack the password for you by using word list. So let's say if you see I have john.lib right in my file here, john.lib. So if you unlib it, you get nothing because it say that you are skipping this file. You are skipping to unzip this file because john.lib is lib file with password. Means this file here is protected with password. You need to provide password for it. And also I've already forget the password. So how you are going to crack this lib file is, first, in order to use John, you need to have that password file that stored the usually the password is stored in hash or encrypted. So in this case, lib file John is prebuilt with a tool named lib2john. Yeah, lib2john. So lib2john. So what lib2john do is it get the password file. It get the password that stored in this john.lib. So if you type this command, you can see this is the hash, the password. You can see something garbage like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to output this result here inside the file. So as you can see, I use this what I call this symbol is for outputting something inside a file. So if I get hash, if I want to see what inside hash.txt, it is the same thing inside. It is the same thing when I use this command. Means the same thing here. So this command here, it will output your command here inside your hash.txt. Alright, now you have the password file here. Hash.txt is password file. So what you need to do is just use John hash.txt. Okay, because this happened because mine is already been cracked before. This file already been cracked before. I've already cracked this password before, so John will not crack it again. But I think yours, there will be John will be cracked for you. Have you done this? Does John do something or not? Okay, good. Do you get the password or not? Or it is still processing, still cracking the password? So you can see the interface, right? John is cracking your password by using the word list. So if you do not specify the word list like I do not specify any word list, it will use the pre-built word list inside John, which is, if I'm not mistaken, password.list. Password.list. What is the password, guys? You get it or not? Because I don't remember the password. Oh, good, yes. You can try to unzip the file using that password. So you can unzip it using command line, or I will just unzip it using this don't see now, right? Alright, now you have the password.txt file. You see guys how John cracked your password? Anyone have problem regarding this tool, John? Very good. Anyone don't know what is hash? What is hash? Hash is a algorithm that one-way algorithm means used for to use it is used to check the integrity of file, whether the file is correct or not, or someone is altering the file or not. So what John do is comparing the hash of the file with the word list hash. That's how it is done. You can also crack password for other thing like the system, Kali system. You can also crack your system password. The password is stored in somewhere in your system in encrypted format or in hash. So if you don't remember the command, you can just type John and it will tell you how to use the command. Also, like stack height, if you don't remember, just type stack height. Sometimes you need to specify help, sometimes not. Sometimes you need to specify dash h, depends on the tools. So that's it guys, how you install tools and how you operate tools. And if you have problem regarding the tools, regarding the installation and regarding the use of the package, you can refer online. There is a lot of forum that will help you. And also if you have problem, you can go to the SIG group and just post your problem there. Maybe someone will help. So that's how ICT work. It works in community. People are sharing information with each other. Anyone have problem? If not, I think we can do exercise. Mini TTF. Okay. What do you guys think? This exercise should be take home or you can do it. You want to do it now. Means you want to do it in a few minutes. I mean like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Take home or do it together now. What do you guys think? Let me post the can access this link here. Right, I will just provide the link inside the chat. So you can access this link and go to launch. Launch means the table that you can do it with your friends and discuss it together. Alright, I think that's all. Anyone have question? Raise hand. Someone raise hand. Okay. Alright.
Alright, so thank you, Brother Fadluddin and Brother Faiz, for the fruitful sharing session. So for now, you guys will start do the mini CTF, and then after maybe around 12:45, we will start the Q&A session. Until then, you can keep doing the CTF and socializing around your table.
Tidak start.
Halo, halo. Masuk stage, masuk stage.
Table Table.
How are you guys? Question. Is it okay so far?
If you guys have any question, you can raise hand or you can put the question in the question section on the right side of your laptop. Then the speaker will try to answer your question.
Alright, now in question just now about how to crack PDF protected file. So there also another function. All you need to do is to find the password file or the text that contain password, whether it is in format of hash or encrypted format. So John the Ripper also have that. The name, I think the name is PDF to John. You can use PDF to John. So just now you use to John, right, to get the password, the hash password of the PDF file, of the zip file, right? So you can, they are also built-in tools named PDF to John to get to get the password. Let me try it.
Say what? Say what, Mak?
Brother Aidil, can you turn off your mic? Okay, thank you.
Let me share screen for your question. For your question in just now. Let's see what inside John the Ripper. Which command is for to know where is John located, or also you can search where is John located online. So let me try first. Yeah, this can continue with your mini CTF. Oops. Slash directory. I think there's tool name PDF to join, but this variable is not inside the environment variable path environment variable. So you need to use the file, I think, PDF to join, and it will give you the password file, and you can use John to create the password file. Let me check if there is any solution online how to crack the password. Yes, Naim. There is a built-in tools named PDF to John.pl inside John the tool. So you can use it to retrieve the password that's stored in hash inside your PDF file. I will give you the link in the live chat. So how to use John HDM is you need to retrieve the password file, the password. Whether it is stored in hash format or encrypted format. When you have retrieved it, then you just join it. Just use John, and John will crack it for you. And if the default word list is not enough for you, you can download another word list inside the internet and specify the word list. Is it okay, Naim? There's one question. Can I know why the file that I download went into Windows file, not inside the Kali Linux? Maybe you are downloaded using Windows browser. You need to use Kali Linux browser. You can open the browser inside the Kali Linux. Let me share my screen again. So just open this web browser and just use this web browser instead of using Windows browser. Alright, do you have any specific list that you use? No, I just use the default list that has been pre-installed in the Kali Linux .u.txt, or if John, then I will use password list. I did. I think I didn't remember the name. Naim, I think Git is pre-installed in your Kali. You can just straight away use it. Okay, Muaz. Bashir have asked for putting content inside image will limited height. It can only be text or anything. Alright, it can be anything I think, because previously I put zip file I think inside the image, but sometimes it not work because your cover image cover file, which is the image, is not big enough to embed the file. So if you want to put something big inside the image, you need to use a big file size image. That's it. You can try to put zip file and maybe other type of file. Last time I try using zip file, it worked. As long as the image used to cover the file is big enough. Alright, welcome. If anyone want to add information or share your idea, share your knowledge, you can just share. This is a sharing session. We all are students. Can we play games in Kali Linux? Okay. It will be depend on the game, I think. Whether it supports Linux or not. If anyone have another answer for this, you can share your answer. Alright, guys, make sure you are comfortable with the command because this is important. You will use it a lot for the rest of the workshop, like web exploit and reverse engineering. We're going to use the command a lot. Make sure you comfortable with it. You can do exercise and etc. But make sure you have enough memory and processor for your PM, or else will not support the game.
Okay, guys. So, with that CTF and Q&A session, we already reached to the end of the workshop. So, before you guys leave, don't forget to join our next workshop tomorrow, which is the web exploitation workshop that will be conducted by Bro Anik Fakrul. Okay, can we know where we can get this? Okay, we share through the email and WhatsApp. Okay, so that is the end of our workshop. Thank you to both of our speakers, Brother Fadluddin and Brother Faiz Zimam, for the fruitful session. Hope we will meet in the other workshop then. Thank you.